This is Religion in the News, sponsored by Wish TV, in cooperation with the Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis.
Good morning, Indianapolis. I'm J.R. Ryder, and welcome to Religion in the News. Joining me today is Gabrielle Campo and Faith James. We have another great show for you today as our guests talk about the Metropolitan Youth Orchestra, an upcoming gospel play at the Madam Walker Theater, and an empowering worship conference. Stay tuned. Today marks the 10th anniversary of the 9/11 tragedy that shook America. The Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis, composed of denominations, congregations, and faith-based organizations throughout Greater Indianapolis, is hosting a 10th anniversary 9/11 prayer service today for the purpose of remembrance, comfort, and hope with a reception at St. George Orthodox Church located at 4020 North Sherman Drive in Indianapolis. The event starts at 6:30 p.m. tonight with a reception at the Orthodox Church. For more information on this remembrance service, you can visit indyfaith.org.
Good morning. I'm Gabrielle Campo, and welcome to Religion in the News. Joining me this morning is Pastor Joey Santos. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Pastor Santos is here today to talk to us about a new initiative to bring worship to your community and to strengthen it. Can you tell us a little more about it?
Yeah, we're here to talk about Engage Conference. Brian Tabor, our worship and arts pastor, and myself, the worship programming pastor, we put our heads together, and we've been attending worship and arts conference for years, and we thought about how can we bring a great worship experience to our own community. And church can come together and can really learn about how to make the worship every weekend a worship experience for the congregation. So that's when we talk about Engage Conference. And that's what the conference is about, is people coming together and learn in a very practical way how to implement some elements in your weekend worship service and make that experience for everyone in the church.
That's wonderful. So it's an initiative that's tailored to the Indianapolis area, to a regional, to the nation. Who's it tailored to?
Yeah, we talk about being a Midwest conference. Right now, we already have churches coming from Illinois, Ohio, Kentucky, and even Michigan. They already registered for the conference. So it's really the Midwest coming together. Churches are coming in to learn more about worship.
That's wonderful. And it's for every denomination? All churches are welcome to come?
Yes, every church is welcome to come, including, it really doesn't matter the church size. See, the things we're going to talk about in this conference, it really does not matter if you are a 100-people church or if you're in a 3,000-people church. This is a conference for everybody. And usually conferences, they focus on bringing the staff so the staff can get inspired and then go back to your church and inspire their volunteers. Well, we put a conference together that we wanted the church to send their teams, their worship team, their programming team. They wanted everybody to come so they can get inspired together and then go back to the church and serve.
That's wonderful. Will you be so kind to walk me through the conference, what they can expect and when it starts?
Yes, we start the conference on September 16th on Friday night, and we're going to kick off the conference with Travis Cottrell. He's going to do a concert, and there is a meet and greet with him. The beauty of starting the conference with Travis is a worship leader. He knows what we go through every weekend. And nothing like have somebody like him that's a national artist to come in, open with a great time of worship, and then talk about his own experience. And then Saturday we have the breakout sessions and the main sessions. And some of the sessions is very interesting. For example, if you're an electric guitar player, this is a conference for you because we're going to have a session for electric guitar players. You invite you to bring your own guitar, your amp. We're going to be in the room. And Terry Hayes, phenomenal electric guitar player, we're going to walk them through techniques to play guitar in a worship service. So we're going to have vocal training. People actually going to exercise and learn vocal training. Worship preparation. A lot of people don't even think about, do I show up in church on Sunday and just go lead the worship, or what's required? How do I prepare to lead the worship, to sing in a worship team? we're going to have the worship expression. You know, nothing that is manufactured, but how do I use what God has given me and my gifts and my talents to worship God, and how do I express that? And also, we go to the programming side. So on the programming side, we have hands-on programming with lighting, video, projection, stage preparation. And we're going to talk about recruiting volunteers, how to train your volunteers. So there's a little bit for everybody. And that's why we encourage churches to send their teams to come and learn with us.
That's wonderful. So you have experts in that specific area coming and doing the training.
Exactly. And this is not experts from one church or another church. This is actually experts from our community. Even local companies are coming in, specializing in sound or lighting, and they're going to give the training. They're going to talk about the proper equipment to use. And it's very important, you know, if there's somebody watching this program from a big church, I know is going through their minds, well, you guys are going to talk about budget, what fits on my budget, but you know, you're going to have people also watching that don't even know what a budget is. They don't use budget in their churches. So they'll be like, well, this is not for me. No, it's for you, because we want to show you how you can make your weekend service an experience regardless of what you have.
Wow, Pastor, it sounds like a wonderful opportunity to go, learn, get some practical knowledge, and bring it back and implement it in your own church.
Exactly.
That's so wonderful. And how much is the cost?
Well, the cost is $89.99 per person.
Okay.
And there's special discounts for groups. So if you bring your team of 6 or more, there's a special discount. If you bring a bigger group, 15 or more, there's a larger discount. Also, for those college students that are like learning to become a worship leader or directors, art directors, you have a 20% discount from that price. So it'll be very important to take advantage of that right now. One very important part of it is the network that can be created with senior pastors.
Yeah.
So we also offer a luncheon with our senior pastor from Mount Pleasant with the pastors there.
That's so wonderful. And if our guests, our viewers learn more information, they go on the website and gather the information. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now back to you.
Coming up next, my guest believes kept her children at home for 13 years. You don't want to miss how they turned out. Next when we return on Religion in the News. Welcome back. My guests, Caleb and Sasha, were homeschooled by their mother, Cassandra Plew, for 13 years, and they are here to tell us about their homeschool experience and how they became a part of the Metropolitan Youth Orchestra. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So, Cassandra, we'll start with you. As a mother, why did you decide to homeschool your children?
Well, the first thing was that we were able to include our faith in our daily curriculum. That way, Bible study was a regular part of what we did, and that was the focus of our day and our curriculum. So, you know, we wouldn't be able to do that if they were in public school.
And how much time did you spend on your belief during the day?
It was just like any other subject. I mean, sometimes it was throughout, because most of the curriculum that I use is Christian-based, so it was throughout the whole day that there was some element of our faith and reading the Bible and doing Bible study and things like that.
And speaking of the curriculum, you said it was a Christian curriculum. Where did you find all the information to actually homeschool your children?
I did a lot of research before we started, and there's a homeschool convention that we go to every year, and they have all kinds of curriculum that you can look at and choose, you know, that fits our family.
So you say homeschool convention, so I guess the viewers at home would be surprised how many children are actually homeschooled?
Oh, there are tons. It never fails. I've been doing this for 13 years, and it never fails that I get overwhelmed when I go because there's just so many people there.
How do you separate mom from teacher?
You don't really, because, I mean, I've taught them since they were babies, and it just never stopped. You know, when we were, you know, just from teaching them to, you know, potty training or whatever, it's just a continuous thing.
For doing it for 13 years, what other benefit do you see with homeschooling your children?
I think it gives, we are allowed to function as a family and not, you know, we can do our schooling in the home or in the car, or, you know, every aspect of our daily life is, you know, even when we're going grocery shopping, that's a part of our schooling.
Okay, speaking of schooling, most kids go to a classroom and they're at home. What did their room look like, their classroom look like?
It was usually, well, we dedicated a room when they were younger. We dedicated a room in our house. It was an extra bedroom, and it was the school room. And that's where we went in. They had their desks, and we had, you know, a whiteboard and everything like that, and all their books and things in there.
Okay. Well, Mom really, really believes in it. Let's actually see what Sasha and Caleb has to say about that. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Okay, so Sasha, how do you feel about being homeschooled? Because you're still in school now, right?
Yes.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
You're in 10th grade.
Mm-hmm. I love being homeschooled because I'm kind of a slow learner, and I get to learn more at my own pace. I don't have to move on with the rest of the class when the teacher says it's time to move on. So I have time to study it before I get quizzed or tested on it to make sure I know it.
Okay. And what about you, Kate?
I really enjoy it. Like you said, studying at our own pace was really a huge benefit. For subjects we weren't as strong on, we could go more in depth to it. We could go outside of the standard curriculum to look for more information on it instead of having to keep up with the students who were more able to learn that subject better than we were.
So what did you guys do for physical education, music class? What do you guys do for that?
Say for physical education, there are many homeschool groups out there where many homeschoolers get together to do different subjects. For physical education, there is a PE center, the Granite Center. We would go there and they would have a gym session dedicated for homeschool children.
Wow.
Early in the morning.
Okay, well, real quick, we know that you two are part of the MYO, which is the Metropolitan Youth Orchestra, and you have your instruments here. And for the sake of time, Caleb, can you go ahead and play us a little piece and what you learned during homeschool music session, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Come on, guys. Beautiful. All right, Sasha, and what instrument do you play?
I play the violin.
The violin, okay? Goodness. Okay, well, I wish we had more time to talk about this. I'll try to have you guys back on the show so we can discuss further. So, Mom, if anybody out there, the viewers, want to know more about the MYO, how may they get in contact to find out more information?
Well, the MYO is through the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, and there's a website that they can go on and look under educational outreach programs, and that's a part of it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Back to you.
Thank you, Faith, and thank you, Plouffe family. My guest talks about an upcoming gospel play at the Madam Walker Theater. You'll hear that next when we return.